I'm coming to you live from the RISE conference here in my beautiful hometown of Chicago, Illinois. And I'm here with Lori Schafer from Digital Wave Technology. And Lori, first of all, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
Awesome, that's
great. I love
great.
innovation, and
Yes.
an innovation conference is for me. So delighted to be here.
So Lori and I were just talking before the live stream started, and talking about sort of the behind-the-scenes technology that's out there driving the user experience that people have on various e-commerce platforms, and Digital Wave is a huge part of that. So Lori, why don't you explain to the viewers exactly how Digital Wave enhances the shopping experience?
Thanks, Mike. As you said, we're a bit behind the scenes. Digital Wave Technology was founded actually fairly recently, and just so the audience knows, the company is made up of a lot of retail experts that have been in the industry for a number of years, as well as some just digital experts, anything from the Metaverse to e-commerce. And basically, we have a platform, it's software as a service, for brands and for retailers to be able to tell that product story in a very unique and compelling way, and get it onto the various digital channels as well as brick and mortar in a much faster way. So it really enhances speed to market. And so if you're a retailer and you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of items, there's a lot about those products that you need to convey to the consumer on the e-com site. There's images, there's videos, there's a lot of storytelling. And if you happen to be on TikTok, the storytelling is going to be different. And what Digital Wave does is we make sure that we tell that story uniquely on each of the different channels. So that's a little bit about what we do today. We are built on cloud-native technology, and our goal with Digital Wave is to really help all retailers move very quickly with digital transformation into Web 3.0.
Yeah, and that's obviously a big topic here at the RISE conference, Web3 technologies. So, for instance, how would a retailer, how would a user experience a product information a little bit differently on Pinterest versus, say, TikTok?
Excellent question. So if you think about it, Pinterest is still pictures, yep, predominantly. And there are certain attributes about those products that Pinterest experts care about. And we automatically convert the data about the product so that it's Pinterest friendly. If you're on TikTok, it's a short video. Right? So if we're looking at a particular product, let's just say we are selling these tickets, for example,
yes,
or these name tags. You want to have a short video clip, and we pull that out of our database and make sure that for TikTok, we put that product-friendly quick video on along with the appropriate content for TikTok.
Yeah, no, that's actually like really interesting, and so it seems like most of the clients, as we were talking about earlier, they're retailers, but it's kind of a specific sort of retailer that I think, whether it's the number of SKUs, the complexity of the products that they're showing, and this simplifies all that for the end consumer.
Exactly. When you think about it, the way, retail grew up brick and mortar, and then e-commerce grew up in its own silo, if you will, and the technology grew up the same. We are very focused on making sure we are technology that combines, e-com and all the other various digital channels, as well as brick and mortar, into a true omni-channel type platform. And with that, again, our focus right now is getting all that product data just right so that we can syndicate it out to the many different places. I mean, you were talking to someone earlier about having to have the ability to buy something from their car.
Exactly.
That's another example where we would be in the background powering all that, so that the consumer can just say, hey, where's the nearest Neiman Marcus, for example, and I'd like to buy the such and such of handbag that I saw on the site that's being advertised by coach brands. So we need special content there again because it's voice activated.
Yes.
So the point of it is with Digital Wave is that we sit behind all that and we power all of that critical product content to tell the story wherever that consumer goes to shop.
Right. And are you seeing higher conversion rates from different channels once this technology is put in place?
Higher conversion rates, yes. We're seeing lower returns as well, because we have a lot about the product that we make sure we put onto the various channels so that you have more information about the product answered, and you don't have as many returns because we can get the sizing much more precise, for example, with our explanations online. Yeah. So the third thing that we see a lot of is, as I mentioned, speed to market. We're able to get retailers or brands' products up online and selling much faster than in the traditional way of having to enter all that data into an e-com site.
Yeah, and so as you're looking ahead to the future, and we talked a little bit about Web3 and the Metaverse, how does that change your approach to digital commerce?
It's a great question. I mean, we're so excited about what's happening with Web3 and where that will go in the next 10 years. And as a software as a service company, our whole focus is on building that right platform for retailers and brands to be able to get product content right now. That's our first step. Then getting all of the customer content as well, locations, etc. But that master data management that that underpinning that Digital Wave has, and then being able to propel that into many different other applications that the retailers and brands need in this modern technology that's coming and that's here now, that is going to be able to propel them into that next era for Web 3.0.
So that's a really interesting point you made. And then I guess the other thing about Web3 that's interesting is the selling of digital assets.
That's right.
Right?
And the Metaverse.
And a lot of that stuff
NFTs.
is the NFTs and things like that. And it's very confusing for a lot of people that are just kind of getting to know it. And so is there a sort of implication for how Digital Wave can kind of bridge that gap between the physical and virtual goods?
That's a great question. Again, when we look at the Metaverse and what's happening there and NFTs, it's all about additional product information or content, product attributes. And so right now, while the Metaverse may be a few years out, some people are experimenting with it today. Others say, it's coming in the next couple of years. Some say it'll be a decade away, who knows? But NFTs are here. Yep. And really all of that, it's just more product data. And we are the product data content and storage vehicle to make sure that when we connect into that, into the Metaverse and into the virtual world, that we have all the content that those the folks on the virtual side can see as well about the product, because the content for a virtual product may be very different and the images may be very different than in the physical world.
Right. And so if you're a retailer watching this live video right now or watching it later after the fact, what would you say to a retailer that's not utilizing this this technology? We're live here. What would you say to a retailer that's thinking about implementing this technology? What does it do for them that it's what the typical platform that most retailers are running today with the capabilities that they don't have today?
Yeah, so we call it product experience management. It's something called product information management, video plus all the video content, digital asset content, etc. And what we do very simply, the way most retailers and brands get started with us is they say, we just need to connect our ERP to our e-commerce system so that we don't have to re-enter all of that data that, by the way, lives in two different places about products, but they have different things about the product. We pull all the data from all of the retailers' internal systems, and when you think about it, it is true digital transformation. Yeah. Then we house all that data, and then we publish it out to wherever they need it. So we start small. Yeah. But the idea is 10 years from now, we want to be the ones that are powering everything in the Metaverse for those customers of ours who are the retailers, brands, and also powering everything in their back office.
Yeah, so that's a really interesting thing that you brought up earlier is this idea of this platform as being almost the next wave of
Yes.
ERP systems.
That's exactly right. So, from my perspective, and when I look at our team, ERP grew up in one stovepipe, if you will. Then e-commerce grew up in a different one, and now with the way that the way the technology is working now with APIs and microservices and so forth, we want to be that ERP platform and all of the power on top of it in the future that is going to power all of the various content across these digital waves. Why we're called digital wave.
And there you have it, folks. My name is Mike Jordan. I'm coming to you